Klaus. I was thinking just the other day, it's so easy, isn't it, to think you're communicating? Like you say something, your partner replies, and you both just assume you've connected. But then an hour later, it's like, wait, did we even hear each other? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Amara, absolutely. It's a classic actually. Many couples believe they are speaking, but they are not listening. They are merely waiting for their turn to talk, eh? It's not a conversation then. It's two monologues happening simultaneously. And this creates so much misunderstanding, you know? It's not about the words sometimes. It's what's behind them.
Exactly. Like you feel that disconnect, that little friction, and you can't quite put your finger on it. It's like you're speaking different languages, even though you're both speaking English. And I think that's where a lot of the small issues start to fester, don't they? Just from not truly getting what the other person is trying to convey.
Precisely. It's like a seed of doubt, yes? You don't feel heard, your partner doesn't feel heard, and then the trust, it starts to erode just a little. And eventually, these small seeds, they grow into much larger problems that are much harder to pull out. This is why we need to talk about a true listening, active listening, as we call it in the field.
Okay. Active listening. It sounds very academic, Klaus. But how does that differ from just, hearing? Because I think most of us, we think we are listening. What's the secret sauce, if you will?
Ah, Amara, that's a fantastic question, a really important distinction. Hearing is passive, eh? It's just the sound waves hitting your ears. But active listening, that's a conscious effort. It means you are fully present, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. You are paying attention to the words, yes, but also the tone, the body language, the unspoken emotions behind what is being said. It's about really trying to understand their perspective, even if it's different from your own.
So it's not just waiting for them to finish so you can, formulate your brilliant rebuttal. Because I'm guilty of that, I'll be honest. Sometimes my brain is already, planning my next point while they're still halfway through theirs.
Exactly. That's the opposite of active listening. With active listening, you are actually delaying your own response. You are giving your full mental capacity to receiving their message. It involves things like paraphrasing what they said to confirm your understanding. So, what I hear you saying is, or it sounds like you're feeling. That shows you truly engaged, you know? It's not just, yeah, I hear you.
Wow, that makes so much sense. It's like you're not just a receiver, but you're also reflecting it back to them, confirming the signal almost. That's really powerful.
And this leads us, actually, to the next crucial step. This is where many couples, they stumble. They think validation means agreement, but it's not the same thing at all, Amara. Not at all.
Oh, tell me more, Klaus, because this is where I feel like things often go sideways. My partner will say something that, honestly, I just don't agree with. And then I feel like I have to, challenge it immediately. How do you validate without saying, yes, you're right, when you really don't think they are?
Ah, that's the beautiful nuance, Amara. Validation is about acknowledging and accepting their experience, their emotions. It's saying, I can understand why you would feel that way given the situation, or it makes sense that you're frustrated when X happened. You're not saying their facts are correct or that you agree with their conclusion. You're simply saying your feelings are valid. I see you. It's about empathy, eh? And it creates a safe space. It calms the defensiveness.
So it's like, I get it, I see your pain, even if I think the situation wasn't quite as dire as they're making it out to be. It's about understanding their emotional truth, not necessarily the objective one. That takes a lot of emotional maturity, doesn't it? To separate your own perspective for a moment?
It absolutely does, Amara. It's a muscle you must build, but the payoff is immense. When your partner feels heard and validated, even in disagreement, the entire dynamic shifts. They are less likely to escalate, less likely to feel attacked. It creates a bridge, eh? A bridge for true negotiation, for problem solving, instead of just two people shouting from opposite sides of the river.
That's such a powerful image, class, shouting from opposite sides of the river. And it makes me think it's not always just about the words, is it? Like, sometimes my partner will say, I'm fine, but their body language, their tone, it tells a completely different story. How do we how do we actively listen to those non-verbal cues without like over analyzing everything?
Ah, Amara, you've hit upon a critical point. The words, they are often just the tip of the iceberg, eh? Non-verbal communication, body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, even silence. It speaks volumes. To actively listen, you must pay attention to these signals. If your partner says, I'm fine, but their shoulders are slumped, their eyes are downcast, well, your active listening should be more attuned to their physical state. And then you can gently reflect that, eh? Like, you say you're fine, but you seem a bit quiet today. Is everything truly all right?
So it's about noticing the discrepancy, right? And then gently inviting them to share more, not accusing them like, you're lying, you're not fine, but more, I'm seeing something here that makes me wonder. That feels a lot less confrontational.
Precisely. It's an invitation, not an interrogation. And it shows you are truly observing them. You care about their inner state, not just their surface words. This builds immense trust and intimacy, because then they know they don't have to always be so guarded. You are seeing them, truly seeing them, with your eyes and your ears and your heart. Eh? That's the goal.
This all sounds amazing, Klaus. But let's be real. What happens when, like, you're in the thick of a disagreement? Emotions are running high, and all of a sudden, it's really hard to remember to paraphrase or validate. It feels like you just want to get your point across, you know?
Ah, yes. That's where the practice comes in, Amara. It's like building a muscle, remember? In the heat of the moment, it is difficult. But if you've been practicing active listening and validation in calmer times, it becomes more natural. One technique I always suggest: when you feel that urge to interrupt, to defend, to counter-argue, take a breath. Just one deep breath. And force yourself to summarize what you think your partner just said. Even if you think it's completely wrong, just summarize their words first.
A breath? Okay, that sounds manageable. Just that tiny pause to recenter. And then summarize their point before I launch into mine. So it's like, okay, so what I hear you saying is XYZ, and you're feeling ABC. Is that right? Even if my insides are screaming, no, that's not right at all.
Exactly. And often, by simply doing that, by demonstrating you tried to understand, the intensity of the argument, it deflates a little. Your partner feels heard, even if you still disagree. And then you can say, I understand your perspective, and I hear your feelings. My perspective on this is a bit different, and here's why. It shifts from a battle to a negotiation. It keeps the connection intact.
That's really insightful, Klaus. I think the idea that you can disagree and still maintain connection is like revolutionary for a lot of couples. It's not about winning an argument, is it? It's about winning together.
Precisely, Amara. It's not a competition. In a healthy relationship, if one person wins an argument, both people actually lose because the connection, the intimacy, it is damaged. The goal always should be mutual understanding and strengthening the bond. Active listening and validation, they are the cornerstones of that. They allow you to navigate differences without creating distance.
So, for our listeners, what's like one small thing they can start doing today to put this into practice? Just one practical takeaway for their daily life.
Ah, excellent. My suggestion, for the next 24 hours, actively listen to your partner without interrupting. And before you respond, try to paraphrase their last 2 sentences back to them, just for practice. Don't even worry about agreeing or disagreeing. Just show you heard them. You'll be amazed at the difference this simple act can make. It's a game changer, really. A true relationship upgrade.
A relationship upgrade. I love that. So, listeners, paraphrase, don't interrupt, and just genuinely try to understand. What a wonderful challenge for the week ahead. Thank you, Klaus, for always bringing such clarity to these complex things. You've really given us a lot to think about.